Don't you think your pet deserves a special treat without all those ingredients you can't pronounce? Your pet deserves the best source of ingredients. I agree. That's why Hound House Treats is established to give your pet the best all-natural handcrafted treats packed with flavor. Try our chicken, turkey, and our pink salmon jerky. These products are 100% natural and USDA certified. It's prepared without no added hormones or steroids, no growth-promoting antibiotics, no artificial ingredients, flavors, or preservatives. Grain-free. Don't cheat your dog nutrients. Treat your dog to a healthy snack at www.houndhousetreats.com.
You are now tuned into 2111 Radio Show, hosted by our program director, Derrick Scott.
You are my fantasy. I'm your baby tonight. From the second you touched me, I was ready to die. Though I never been fatal, you're my first time. I feel like an angel who just started to fly. You got a way that you're making me feel I can do anything for you, baby. I will fight for you, baby. Hold on and enjoy the ride. I'm not in no hurry. We can find now, baby. You're my now, baby. Baby, let's walk wherever you want. Whatever you want, boy. I'm your baby tonight. I'll be your baby, I'll be your baby. You are my fantasy. I'll be your baby tonight. Whatever you want from me, I'm giving you everything. I'm your baby tonight. You're giving me ecstasy. You are my fantasy. I'm your baby tonight. Whatever I do, boy, it's not about you.
Damn. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking. This is Alli Starr. Welcome to 2111 Radio. How you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Listen, it's an honor to have you here. So let the people know where you're actually from.
So I was born in East Chicago, Indiana, and grew up between there and Chicago before I moved to Las Vegas, Nevada.
Now, let me tell you, what I hear is a lot of damn talent. That voice, that range, I'm telling you right now, we're going to talk about this because is this something that's in the family, or is this something that you just created over the years of being in this industry? This voice here.
I do have family members that can sing. As it was told to me when I was inside my mother's womb, my aunt used to sing to her stomach every single day and then started singing to me. As soon as I came out, and I just picked up on it and started singing. And obviously I started in church.
No, listen, I don't know what's going on. It's like I said, I'm so happy. She Real, shout out to She Real. I'm telling you,
yes, shout out to She Real.
She Real introduced us, and I said we definitely have to have you on the show. And you're here, and I'm very happy about that. So, living in Chicago, how long was it before you moved to Vegas?
I moved to Vegas when I was 15 years old.
Whoa, okay. And that's when your career really started pumping, when you got to there, because it looks like you've been doing this since you were 16. Is that true?
Yeah, partially true. I did, I went to high school and I graduated.
No doubt.
And as soon as I graduated high school, I hopped on the stages. That was not what I was supposed to be doing,
Nope.
but that's where I landed.
Listen, it's not. Listen, and let me tell you something. It's a passion. I could see
It is.
you had a passion in this, and you're having fun doing it. I know it's a lot of ups and downs,
Yes.
but what are some of the difficulties as far as it being an R&B singer at a young age?
Well, one of the main difficulties were, being young and I'm always surrounded by so many older people, just knowing how to conduct myself in front of adults. And
Mhm.
most of the time I was made to stay in the dressing room because I wasn't of legal age to be on those stages. So,
Okay.
but when I was out and about amongst the crowd, it forced me to grow up faster.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, it has to because again, you in Vegas. So now I've heard that you've done a lot of background singing for a lot of famous people.
Yes.
Now, Marsha Ambrosius, Carl Thomas, like talk to them about how did this come about? Because again, with R&B music, with this type of music, a lot of artists like started in the background, like a Teddy Pendergrass, like Luther Vandross. They was background singers at first. So
Right.
was this just getting your feet wet?
Well, like you said, I actually, when I got into the business, I was hired as a background singer. So,
Okay.
that's where I got my experience from. And being a background singer is one of the most amazing jobs you can have because you get to see it from the back looking forward. You get to
Hmm.
know the behind the scenes. And you're one of the biggest support for your artists. Like when you turn around and you got strong background singers behind you that's supporting and holding you down, that makes for an even better show.
I
So
know that.
that's literally how I started as a background singer.
Wow. So what was the moment when you said to yourself, yo, I could do this show. This is my, I really can do this because we all have those moments when we get the confidence enough to say, yo, this is it. I got this. When was that moment for you?
I definitely remember that moment. I was 18 years old.
Okay.
I was singing background again, and the artist that I was singing background for, he lost his voice. And
Wow.
between me and the other background singer, we had to carry the show. But what
Oh
I
my God.
noticed was every time I stepped foot out in front of that stage, the audience
Mm.
interaction with me was different, even more greater than the actual artist. And I started to say to myself, I think it's time for me to stand out front.
There it is. Exactly. And you have a strong voice. I'm letting it be known right now. I've been listening to music. I've been looking at your live shows and girl, listen, you can blow. I'm not even gonna lie. It's the talent is there. It's just we gotta get
Thank you.
like I'm saying it like I'm your manager. We gotta get you more exposure for people to
Yes,
really
we
get,
do.
you know what I'm saying? We got that's why I brought you up here because the people that's on the radio that listen to our show is actually in the building. They listening. And my thing is the more exposure for you, what I'm saying, you're on 2111 radio. When that Grammy come, I definitely need you to come back. I definitely need you to come
Absolutely.
back. I tell everybody, whatever we can do for you as far as in any promotions or anything, just tag us in anything you have. We definitely put it in our stories because it helps. It definitely helps. So I'm gonna ask you a question. How was it growing up at a 15 in Las Vegas?
Wow,
Mm.
that's a loaded question because being from the Midwest, your environment is different.
Yeah,
As anytime you hear the word Chicago, you think kind of negatively because
all the
of the
time.
negative connotation that Chicago has. But Chicago, let me say, is a beautiful city. It is an amazing city with a lot of amazing things to do, sightsees, you can eat and everything. And every
Oh,
city
okay.
has its problems, let's just say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But what I noticed when I moved to the West Coast, the very first thing I noticed was Black people didn't speak to each other
They
like they
don't.
do in the Midwest and the East Coast and the South.
Hmm. Nope.
It's a different kind of vibe, and it took a little bit of adjustment for, I'm used to, I
Yes.
was brought up respectful, so I'm used to speaking, and to get the stares back, like, okay, well, what's wrong
Yeah.
with that person?
Yeah.
But that was one of the biggest adjustments, is just, you just notice the difference from being a Midwest kid. And when I moved to Vegas, it was such a transitional time, because 15, you're starting high
Yeah.
school, and I'm coming into my own, even though I was like a sophomore when I came to Vegas. But it really, again, Vegas just has a way of making a person grow up faster.
I know that's right. I know that's right. That is so your whole family moved there.
Yes, at the time it was just me and my mother, and then
Wow.
along the way I acquired a brother.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right.
Mhm.
So you have one brother and your mom. That's dope. So do he
Yes,
sing as well?
he does not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen, you got enough talent for all of them anyway. So so now there's a rumor going around that you actually was at the MGM with this person. Let me put the picture up, because I'll be having little clips and pictures on my show. And for those who don't know this woman, if you don't know this woman, I don't know who, I don't know what kind of rock. I don't know what kind of rock you done climb from under. This is Barbara Streisand. That's an alum at my old high school in Brooklyn.
Wow.
So I've heard her sing live in my school. So tell me about this moment at the MGM Grand. This is unbelievable. Talk to me.
I got a chance to be a part of a backing choir. Shout out to the Desert Angels.
Okay.
And we got the opportunity to sing backup for Barbara Streisand.
Mm,
And as you know, a singer, Barbara Streisand is up there with the singers of singers.
yeah.
She's one to study. So to be able to just stand behind her and just watch her in her greatness was an amazing 5 minutes of my life.
Listen, I know that's right. Give me three. Listen, I'll take three,
Right.
because she's a legend. You
She
understand?
is.
And a lot of people back in the days, like I said, I'm old enough to see her movies back in the days and her music. So actually, to meet her in my school was like ridiculous. It was like meeting, Patti LaBelle or something. But for real, to us, that's who that was to us. But then Patti LaBelle came around, and it's like I'm not even going. I wanted to say this, but me and Patti LaBelle. If I meet Patti LaBelle, that's completely different. Now that I know who Patti LaBelle is, nah, I can't even put those two together. It's completely it's completely different. But
Right.
meeting all these people at a young age again, for you to be able to hold your own on that stage with these legends, it has to. Do you practice all the time? Do you have a team behind you? How do you do this at that youngest of age? How did that happen?
Man, at that time, I was taken under the wings from a woman, and she guided me as far as she could. But at that point, what I have a knack for is I like to study a person, especially the person I'm working with. And I'm
Mm,
going to study what to do. And I'm also going to study what not to do. And I'll take those two things and I'll make it my own, as for me as a complete entertainer. So anyone that I've ever worked with, sang behind, opened up for, I'm sure I pretty much studied them. And I take bits and pieces of everything that I learned. And that's what makes me.
oh, okay. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't be studying me yet. We ain't working yet. but that's a So you're the type of person that's like a sponge. You take in a lot of information
I do.
and you learn from that information, because people could take in information and don't learn nothing.
I
I ain't
never
gonna lie.
wanted to be one dimensional. I always wanted to be able, if you wanted to call me for a country session, which is one of my favorite genres, by the way,
Oh
I can
wow.
sing country music. If you wanted me to do classic rock, I can do classic rock. I never wanted to just be an R&B singer, even though it is my favorite to sing.
Mhm.
I just did not want to be labeled as a singer that can only sing R&B.
Exactly. So now there is another. I'm hearing that you're a triple threat. So you got singing and dancing. You could dance. How did that happen? Talk to me about dancing, because you know they telling me you're a triple threat. So we're gonna have to talk about the dancing part of Alli.
Now, listen, I always tell people, I'm not, I cannot hang with the Janets or the Sierras or the Paul Abduls of the world,
No
but I
doubt.
can definitely follow a 1-2 step. As
There
a
it
kid,
is.
I did do ballet. So I do have rhythm, and again, I could follow choreography.
I know that's right. And I actually saw you doing something on your page. Because
Yes.
like I said, I'm not a stalker, but I did see it. And you know, like I said, the research that I've gotten is it's all good. Like I said, you doing your thing. So, and they say you're an actress as well.
I can act a fool for sure.
I like that. I like that. I like that. That's what's up. That's what's up. So this song that you have out right now is new, correct?
Yes.
And it's called Gotta Do the Right Thing.
Yes.
So what I want to do before I play this video, what I like to do is talk about this particular song because it's actually in a TV show, correct?
Correct.
And let's see, do I have the actual? So this right here, y'all can go to Tubi and look at this right now. It's on Tubi right now. It's called The Right Turn. And it's on Tubi, and her song is actually in this movie. Like her song is definitely in the movie. And how did that even come about?
So, my manager is best friends with the writer of the song as well as the writer and producer of the TV show.
Oh,
and they wrote this song, and my manager presented it to me, and it just so happened to fit the theme of my album, which is called Situationship, because it's talking about being entangled with two people and trying to make a decision. So it was just the best project, for me.
I know that's right. And it's a beautiful album. Listen, I've been listening to your music for the last couple of weeks, so I already know certain things, and I wanted to put this song on in rotation. So we're gonna get to the video right now. Just a little teaser, but y'all can check her out. You have a website, correct?
I do. It's www.allistarr.org.
Exactly. She's phenomenal. So we're gonna get to the video, and we're gonna come back and talk about basically the writing process for this, because I like talking about how that all got connected, because you was telling me about the producer and the writer, whatever. But you as an artist had to bring it to life. Anybody just can't sing this song. And you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get to the video, and we're gonna come back with my girl. All right. So let's
Alli,
get to this.
we're ready for you in the booth
right now.
That's my cue.
Go on and sing, girl.
Don't you know that lately it seems crazy, but I keep on wrestling in my mind. You were telling me to come back, say that we belong together after all this time. I'm cold between two lovers. I've been blind. Don't you know? Baby, I'm so tempted. It's so bad. I feel so good. Gotta do the right thing. Gotta do the right thing. Baby, I'm so tempted. It's so bad. I feel so good. Gotta do the right thing. Gotta do the right thing.
Thank you.
Damn. Okay. Dope song. I miss R&B. I miss it so much. I really do. And you brought that. you know who you remind me of? Your voice is really strong, like a lettucey. Lettucey. Oh my goodness,
I
that's who
love
you.
Lettucey.
Yes,
Absolutely love her.
I saw her live for the first time, and I couldn't believe her range.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
massive range. Oh my goodness. And the
Unbelievable.
power behind it.
Yes, and she's such a really dope artist that people just you take it for granted. You can't keep R&B needs to come back strong, and you are one of the catalysts. I definitely need you to, get your thing going because again, we got to get you this exposure, whatever we can do. Just like I said at the end of the day. So talk about this song. You said someone wrote it or you wrote it?
No, so the writers of the song is Tess Cacciatore and Annika Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And the two of them, they're best friends, and they teamed up together to write this song for the TV show series. Right. And they're friends with my manager, and the three of them got together and, pitched the song to me. And as I was listening to the lyrics, it just, again, it resonated with me and the story behind my album. So right. I knew it was a perfect song to add to my album.
Yeah, it's a dope song. It gives me a dope vibe. Like I said, I miss R&B, and you definitely brought it on that. You definitely brought it on that. So, I'm gonna ask you a question. I usually ask a lot of questions about this R&B genre. Can you name me 3 of your favorites? I put 3 because it's gonna be hard because I know you like a lot of different artists, but I put 3 because I want those 3 to be your main. And when you answer that, I want to ask you, who's your favorite 3 and who would you make an R&B song with today, right now?
Well, to be honest with you, all of my R&B artists are going to be old school,
It's okay.
Okay.
All the new, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So my top 3, number 1 is always Whitney Houston.
No doubt.
Number 2 is Luther Vandross.
Damn. Smashing me. Go ahead.
Right. And if I had to give a number 3 that's current that I would actually want to do a project with, right now, I would say Anthony Hamilton.
Whoa.
I would love to do a duet with Anthony Hamilton.
And I think it'll sound dope. I think that would sound dope.
I think it would too.
I really do. If I had a hookup, I would do it right now. I really would. Wow, that would be dope. Wow. Anthony Hamilton, you're literally the first artist to come on my show to mention Anthony Hamilton. And
I love Anthony Hamilton, the soul and the grit behind his voice. I would love to do a project with him.
Now, let me tell you, I have been on a crusade to get an artist on my show. And he's actually my favorite artist of all times. And his music sold out.
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I've been in his DMs, my management being in his DMs. We trying to get up here. I finally got in touch with his PR. So hopefully, pray for me. You never know. He might be up here in the next couple of months because he's on tour right now.
Definitely going to send good vibes for that. He's amazing.
Yes, he is. So have you been touring? Because it looks like you've been, before you say that, it looks like you've been international. So it's been Japan. It's been Japan, London, Korea. So talk to me about that whole vibe. Like that's different from anybody that's been on my show. So please talk to me about that.
So the reason why I think a lot of people get confused when you hear people introduce me as an international recording artist, and it's because crazy story, I was actually signed during the pandemic. Like legit when the world was closed, but it was a good time because people were making music and releasing it. If you found yourself on the internet daily doing nothing, you were watching new content being created. Right. So I had this lady come to my show and she pitched me the idea about getting me signed to a UK label. And it sounded amazing because I was already going overseas performing,
right?
But not necessarily doing my music. So when that idea was pitched to me, I was like, absolutely, because I had already gained a fan base overseas already. And they were just waiting for me to put out some music.
No doubt.
So the label ended up hearing my single Situationship, and that's the one they wanted to put out first. That song was not supposed to be put out. It wasn't supposed to be heard by anyone. It was one of those personal songs that I recorded, and it was supposed to stay in the personal vault. And I ended up letting the lady hear it, but I told her, I said, this song is, not up for release. Off
limits, exactly.
And of course, she let the label executive hear the song, and
that's the
song came out.
Oh my goodness!
And the song did very well for me. I ended up charting. Well, actually, I just found out we've charted probably about 6 times with that song. But
are you serious?
But the biggest chart was it did go number 1 on the R&B Soul UK charts, and that
was Ooh, okay. Damn. So go ahead, continue. Wow, shit, that's dope. You hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So that's dope. Oh my goodness. How did you feel about that when that happened?
To be honest with you, I was so hesitant about the song coming out, because if you follow my music and you've heard the song is about cheating, and it's a true story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's personal. Yeah, that's personal. I get it.
Yeah, it was very personal. And so, on one hand, I'm happy and I'm excited that I've accomplished something like that. On the other hand, it's like, you really just put your business out to the world, girl.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. But, at the end of the day, nobody can judge you for nothing. You understand?
Absolutely.
Only God can judge. Listen, and it's a dope song. Like, it really is. And people that hear the song can really resonate with it. It's like a lot of people do it. It's like you can't just point fingers at one person. Like,
everyone has a situationship.
Yes. Everyone has a situation, except for me. I've been married for 33 years, so
you might have had a situationship before you got married.
No, actually, I'll tell you something back in the backstage. But
okay.
We're talk about, y'all almost got something there. Y'all almost got something. No, she's good. She's good. Ooh, I almost said something. Oh no, we're gonna talk about that behind the scenes. But anyway. But yeah, a lot of people come up with situationships. So yeah, listen, at the end of the day, it's a beautiful song. I'm glad you got it to this stage as far as in actually charting.
Yes.
Independent artists don't get that chance.
No.
You understand? You just don't.
And not to do it internationally on your first go round.
Exactly. So you know what? We're gonna give you another round of applause for that, because you deserve it. You deserve it. You really deserve it. When I got this job at 2111 Radio, I said, I want to put on artists on this station, independent artists. I want great talent, because when we growing up, the radio only had the best talent. Right. Now you got the popular people. They're not the best talent, but they're the popular people.
Popular, yeah.
And that's the problem with music in this day and age. Is you're not getting the best artists, you're not getting the best vocals, you're getting the popular people that's being, that's trampling the industry, like millions and billions of Spotify and all. Listen, at the end of the day, I take talent over anything right now, and that's what 2111 Radio is about. And when She Real told us who you was, and I did my research, I definitely put your song, and we're gonna put another song up there. But it's on your choice. Whatever you want us to put on 2111 Radio is up to you. You send it to us, and we put it up there tonight. Sure. If you have the time tonight, we'll put it on 2111 Radio. For sure. You definitely you have an aura about you. I like you. I like you. I like this conversation. I like the way you really grinding. People don't understand the grind that you've gone through.
It's a for real grind, and And I have to say this, it's an even harder grind for a Black woman in this business.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of that, yes. And you know, we definitely got to speak on that for Black R&B. And I'm gonna tell you this, and you know, I don't want to, you know, hurt nobody's feelings, but you're not light skinned. And let's keep it a buck at the end of the day. You're a chocolate woman, dark skinned, beautiful woman. And what people don't understand is they putting all the brightness and they putting this makeup on and make themselves lighter. It's so many superstars that's in the industry right now. They used to have brown skin, all of a sudden now they just white. Like it's horrible. And I don't think you have to suggest yourself to certain things. That stereotype thing is ridiculous. It really is. And I'm really glad that I got a chance to have you on my show and have you, this chocolate woman, this beautiful Black woman on my show, because again, we don't have that many. You have Lettucey, you have you. It's a couple of people, but they, you know, not really. It's everybody's starting to get lighter. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong. I think natural beauty is the best beauty. It really is. It really is. So back to you. So I want to ask you a question. Singing is very important. Cadence. And what I want to do, I want to ask you a question about your favorite vocal singer. See, there's a difference between being a fan of somebody and vocal range. Who are your top 3 vocal range singers? Somebody that just have unlimited range to you.
When it comes to range, I think about Shanice.
Oh wow.
Shantae Moore.
Oh.
I grew up listening to those women, and they have range.
Yes. Yes, they do. Yes,
and
they do.
I recently just heard Shantae Moore, and my God, she still flawlessly and effortlessly still hits these whistling bird notes that are amazing. Like, my gosh.
Totally amazing. I saw her live a couple of times, and damn, I'm sitting there going, oh my goodness, like what in the world? She is so talented. And that's the thing I'll be saying about talented artists. They're not getting their roses. They're not getting the exposure as everyone else. You understand? Right. And they have that one period where people know them, and all of a sudden they get in the background. You don't even hear them. You understand? And
exactly.
R&B music is timeless.
Absolutely.
It's timeless. You can listen to old school music. I listen all day. This song that you have, Gotta Do the Right Thing, that's a classic. It's gonna be a classic. I said it here first on 2111 Radio. I like it because everyone can vibe with that. It's a dope vibe. It reminds me of, like I said, it's a real dope vibe. You could dance to it, or you could it's one of those songs you could just sip some wine and just relax and chill, because the vocals, what you sing, you know, it resonates with a lot of people. So what you got next going for you right now? What's going on with you?
So right now, I'm going to release another song. It's called Summertime, and it's literally about summertime. I'm always writing about love. Love, 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 love. I wanted to go outside the box this time. And I wrote a song about nostalgia of the summertime, you know, jump ropes, the ice cream truck, football, basketball, being outside. So I'm going to release that song. Hopefully, we're trying to have it ready by Juneteenth, but it'll definitely be within the month of June, if not by June. Yeah.
So I tell you what I'm gonna do for you. You ready? Now here's the kicker. When that song come out, send it to 2111 Radio so we can get that exclusive.
For sure.
We'll put it in rotation, heavy rotation, because your song today played like 3 times already.
Yay! So
you definitely getting spins. That's the thing. I don't have 1,000 artists on my page, on my show. Is enough for everyone to get spins, and that's what radio stations supposed to do. At the end of the day, you're not going to hear thousands of songs. No, we don't need that. We need a couple of hundred for people to get spins and make some royalties. Damn it,
man!
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think people understand how hard it is for artists. Like you have to stream our music. You have to play it in order for us to, do these tours, because that's where we make our money. We don't necessarily make it off the streams, but they all go hand in hand. The more you stream, then I can put the tour together. Then you can see me live. Then I can make money. Then I can make another record. And, that wheel keeps going over and over and over. That's really
exactly. Now, the great thing about 2111 Radio is that your song is on our platform, and you could actually download it from Apple Music. You could actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't understand that on our station, if you go to our station, you see like a blue cart. You push that blue cart and it goes straight to Apple Music. So you can't lose with that at the end of the day. You know, so it gives you more instead of just getting those stream, the royalties from that. People could actually download it and buy it, because people don't buy music no more.
No,
it's horrible. It's horrible. It really is horrible. But artists are struggling with that. And support is it's crazy, because you have people that say they with you and they seen you grow as far as in your career, but they're not streaming your music. They're not streaming it. They're not going to Apple Music and say, listen, I took a picture. Look, I just bought your song. I just bought your album. Nothing. But they're sitting in your Instagram, and they'll like, they'll comment, fire. They don't say nothing, but they put a fire every now and then. But you have to have a good team. And I think you got a good team with Brenda. How did that come about? How did you meet Brenda?
So I have a friend. His name is Julian Miranda. Shout out to Julian. Julian has this company called Singers LA. And Singers LA puts on shows where all of the best singers come together, and we vibe out. We jam out. A lot of these singers are on the road with different other artists, so anytime you get an opportunity to come in, you come in. And so I started doing a couple of these events with Julian, and I was just expressing to him that I have a hard time balancing. As an artist, I'm trying to do everything. At one point, I'm my own manager. I'm my own secretary. I'm my own social media content manager. So, I told him, I said, I need a manager. And he was like, oh, I have the perfect person for you. And I was like, listen, I would prefer a woman. Yes. And I want a strong woman. And he was like, oh, no problem. So the moment I met Brenda, and within probably 30 seconds of the conversation, I was like, you're going to be my manager.
Wow. See, there it is. And, she's very efficient, very professional. I liked how she gave us all the information that we needed. And, I appreciate you. So shout out to Brenda. And what's the name of her company again? So we got to get that up here. What's the name of her
Brown Entertainment.
Brenda Brown Entertainment. There we go. See, I gave you a shout out. So, I wanted to make sure we get her up here, because again, she's doing a phenomenal job. She really is. She really is. So, so do you have any shows coming up?
So I have a residency show in Las Vegas every Saturday at a venue called Cork and Thorn. It's downtown Las Vegas in the Arts District.
Wow. A resident. Wait a minute. A residence already? Are you what?
Oh my gosh. I've had plenty of those actually.
What the hell? Listen, beautiful. That's a beautiful thing, because
it is.
You have these artists out here right now that's famous don't even get a residency. They don't get
again, I've been doing this. This is literally my 20th year in the business. I've been doing this literally 20 years now.
20 years.
20 years. Yes. And so over the course of the 20 years, you just get to, I've always been one of those artists where I get called in to save the job.
Oh, okay.
The cleanup lady.
You're the closer.
Always the closer.
What?
I can tell you one experience. BB King's Blues Club was open in Las Vegas some time ago. Mm-hmm. And they put together a house band, a Las Vegas house band. And that band didn't last long. And so they put together another band. So I ended up filling in for that band. And then they switched them out and brought in a band from Oklahoma. And I ended up filling in for that singer, to the point where the owner called me on the phone and was like, look, you keep subbing for all these other people and you keep doing a phenomenal job. We'll just keep you. And then they brought a band from Memphis and put them around me. So it's always one of those things where I have done a lot. My resume is expansive. I know a lot of people think I'm young. I don't consider myself young. As you can hear, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I started.
That's why I'm sitting there shocked. Yeah, but I'm sitting there shocked when you said it. I'm like, 20 years. What are you talking about?
Yes, you know, it has literally been 20 years.
Well, but black don't crack. It doesn't. At the end of the day, this is living proof. 20 years? Are you serious?
20 years.
Amazing. Totally amazing. So residency. So this is like, so this is a residency that just happened or just starting, or you already did?
No, I've been with Cork and Thorn about 6 years now. Wow. See, one thing about me, when I get a residency, I generally maintain it for a while unless I'm on the road. I like to try to keep, my relationships, and I just know I've always been, again, it comes with that studying thing. I've always been able to read a crowd. I've always been able to read a room. And when you come to my show, it's not the gimmicky Vegas type situation. Most of the time, I'm actually sitting down like I'm sitting down right now, and I'm singing because I want to be at eye level with my audience. I want them to feel comfortable. I want it to feel like it's my living room and that we all just kicking and vibing and having a good time. So that's the experience you get with me. Now, when the queen stands up, understand it's a good time to be had.
No doubt.
I started to sit down more when I got diagnosed with a heart condition. So, but it does not limit me, completely. But I am conscious of how much energy I put out in order to stay whole as an artist.
No doubt. And salute to you. Still grinding. Like, come on. You was diagnosed with a heart condition and you still out here getting it. Like, what?
Yes, absolutely.
You let me tell you something. See, you getting all the damn hand claps. I'm gonna have to run out of hand claps. It is crazy. I definitely gotta heart conditions in the field that you in. Wow. And for you to still be grinding the way you do, because again, you sit down, I get it. You're more intimate with your audience.
Yeah.
So sitting there and them looking at you at that same level is more impressive than being up there moving around and it's different because you're giving them a chance to really hone in on the artist. So yes,
absolutely.
That's excellent plan. And that takes a lot of experience. The young girls.
Yeah, not everybody can sit down and actually entertain an audience all night.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen, definitely. So, wow, residencies and you got a new song coming out. We're gonna get that on 2111 Radio. So, I'm gonna let you. How many? Do you have any shout outs before we let you go? Because I know you got a show tonight. I'm just asking.
No, I don't have a show tonight. I'm actually preparing to get on a flight.
See, look at that. See, I knew you was doing something. I knew you were just going to be sitting around the house.
But I do want to give a shout out to my amazing twins, Wayne and Savannah. I am a mom. Yeah. And they're like, Mom, what'd you do today? So when I can show them this, I'll make sure I show them that I shouted out them because they're always trying to be in the mix.
No doubt. Listen. And how old are they?
They are 11.
Oh my goodness.
I have a boy and a girl. One shot and done.
That's it. That's it. You good. You good. And twins? Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. See, that's God. Like I said,
absolutely.
That's God. That's
absolutely.
God all day. People don't understand that, but it's the truth. It's God. Everybody can have twins. And, we would love to have twins one and done. A lot of women would like that. Oh, one and done? Yeah, I'm good. A boy and a girl. But like
I just felt like, God always liked to give me the extra.
Well, he gave you extra on that damn vocal voice you got there. I tell you that. He definitely gave you extra vocal cords because again, your range is crazy. Your talent is amazing, and we're so happy to have you here on our show on 2111 Radio. So I'm gonna let you go, but before you go, like I said, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. It's been an amazing interview. I really enjoyed this. I really did, and I want to have you come back. I'm gonna have you come back.
I'd love to come back.
Have you come back with the new, because you're gonna come out with a new album. We already know this. So when that new album comes, I definitely want you to come back and talk to us about more experiences, because again, you just don't stop. You don't stop. It's amazing that you're so busy and you're doing it with grace. And I salute you. I definitely want to give you your roses today. So, but everybody else, I'm gonna say good night to y'all. And again, it's been a dope show. And Alli, I would like to talk to you behind the scenes real quick. And I'm gonna sign out. So good night, everybody.